Hello viewers, I Muhammad Abdul Habib welcome you all to our application AIMS tutorial. In this video, we'll be discussing the chapter recording of business transactions journal entries. Let us have a question. Page number 61, question number 1. Mr. Anil started business with cash rupees 75,000 on 1st January 2019. So who is the owner here? Mr. Anil, he is the owner of the business and he has started his business with an investment of rupees 75,000 and he has started his business on 1st January 2019. The details of business transactions for the month of January are as follows. Prepare journal. So in this video, we'll be discussing each and every transaction individually. Then at the end of the video, we'll see how our solution should appear. So here is the solution. First, the heading will be taken as journal entries in books of Mr. Anil, and the format for journal entries is date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger, folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. He has started the business on 2019 January 1st. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 1st. He has invested an amount of 75,000 into the business. So cash is coming into the business. So cash will be recorded on debit side as cash account debit 75,000. The investment done by the owner into the business is called as capital. So capital will be created as to capital account 75,000 and the narration will be recorded as being business started. Next, coming to other transactions. The next transaction is on 2019 January 2nd. 2019 January 2nd, cash sales rupees 10,000. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 2nd. Cash sales in the sense the business is selling the goods and return the business is receiving cash. So again cash is coming into the business. So cash will be debited and it will be recorded as cash account debit 10,000 to sales account. As sales is an income to the business, it will be created as to sales account 10,000. So the journal entry on 2019 January 2nd becomes cash account debit 10,000 to sales account 10,000 and the narration will be being goods sold. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 5. Goods purchased for cash 12,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 5. Purchases, it is an expenditure to the business. So purchases will be recorded on debit side and cash is going from the business. So cash will be recorded on credit side. So the journal entry on 2019 January 5 will be purchases account debit 12,000 to cash account 12,000 and the narration will be being goods purchased. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 7. Goods sold on credit to Rahim 20,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 7. Sales, it is an income to the business. So sales will be credited. So goods are being sold to Mr. Rahim and the goods are being sold on credit. It means that the business is selling the goods, but the business is not receiving the amount immediately. It will receive the amount at some time in future. So in such a case, the business will be writing the name of the person to whom the goods were sold. As the goods are sold on credit to Mr. Rahim, his name will be debited as Rahim account debit 20,000 and sales, as it is an income, it will be created as to sales account 20,000. So the journal entry on 2019 January 7 becomes Rahim account debit 20,000 to sales account 20,000 and the narration will be being goods sold to Rahim. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 8, sale of goods 20,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 8, sale of goods. Sale of goods in a sense the business is selling the goods. In return the business will be receiving cash. So cash is coming into the business. So cash will be debited and sales, as it is an income, it will be credited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 8 becomes cash account debit 20,000 to sales account 20,000 and the narration will be being goods sold for cash. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 9, wages paid rupees 5,000. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 9. So wages paid in the sense cash is going from the business and it is an expenditure to the business. So all expenses will be debited. So wages will be recorded on debit side and as cash is going from the business, cash will be recorded on credit side. So the journal entry on 2019 January 9 becomes wages account debit to cash account 5,000 and the narration will be being wages paid. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 10, cash deposited into bank 8,000 rupees. The date will be taken as 2019 January 10. Cash deposited into bank in the sense the business is depositing the cash into the bank. Cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited. And as bank is the receiver of the amount, bank will be debited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 10 will be bank account debit 8,000 rupees to cash account 8,000 rupees and the narration will be being cash deposited into bank. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 13. Cash paid to Mahesh rupees 6,000. Cash paid to Mahesh rupees 6,000. So the date here will be taken as 2019 January 13. As cash is going from the business, cash will be created, and as Mahesh is the receiver of the amount, Mahesh name will be debited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 13 will be Mahesh account debit 6,000 to cash account 6,000, and the narration will be being cash paid to Mahesh. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 15, machinery purchase for cash 12,000. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 15. When the business is purchasing machinery for cash, machinery will be coming into the business and cash will be going from the business. So machinery will be debited and cash will be credited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 15 will be machinery account debit 12,000 to cash account 12,000, and the narration will be being machinery purchase for cash. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 18, purchased goods from Anita rupees 5,000. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 18. Purchases, as it is an expenditure, it will be debited, and as the goods are being purchased from Anita, the name of Anita will be credited. It is a credit transaction. How to identify whether a transaction is cash transaction or credit transaction? When we are purchasing goods or we are selling goods and the name of a person is specified, then it becomes a credit transaction. So here we are purchasing goods and the name of the person Anita is specified, so it becomes a credit transaction. So purchases, it is an expenditure to the business, so purchases will always be debited, and as the goods are purchased on credit, in such a situation the business will be writing the name of the person from whom the goods were purchased. So the journal entry on 2019 January 18 will be purchases account debit 5,000 to Anita account 5,000, and the narration will be being goods purchased from Anita. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 20, cash received from Mrs. Ramya. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 20. Cash received, in the sense the business is receiving cash. So cash is coming into the business, so cash will be debited and it will be recorded as cash account debit 3,000 to Mrs. Ramya. As Mrs. Ramya is giver of the amount, it will be credited, and the journal entry on 2019 January 20 will be cash account debit 3,000 to Mrs. Ramya account 3,000, and the narration will be being cash received from Mrs. Ramya. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 22. Paid commission 1,500 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 22. As we are paying commission, cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited and the name of the expenditure will be debited. As we are paying commission, we will be writing it as commission account debit 1,500 to cash account 1,500, and the narration will be recorded as being commission paid. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 24. Paid for postage and stationery 500 rupees. So again, the date will be taken as 2019 January 24. As we are paying cash, the business is paying cash, so cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited, and this time the cash is being paid for postage and stationery. So this time of the expenditure of business is for towards postage and stationery. So postage and stationery will be debited and cash will be credited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 24 will be postage and stationery account debit 500 to cash account 500, and the narration will be being cash paid for postage and stationery. Coming to the next transaction, 2019 January 27, cash withdrawn from bank for personal use rupees 7,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 27. Owner of a business can withdraw either cash from his business or goods from his business for his personal use. Personal use in the sense the owner is utilizing the amount or goods withdrawn from the business for his personal use, not for business purpose. So here the owner is withdrawing cash from the business. When the owner of a business withdraws either cash from his business or goods from his business and for personal use, then it will be termed as drawings. So it will be recorded as drawings account debit to bank account. As the owner is withdrawing the cash from bank, so bank is the giver of the amount, so bank will be credited. So the journal entry on 2019 January 27 will be drawings account debit 7,000 to bank account 7,000, and the narration will be being cash withdrawn from bank for personal use. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 January 30, and this is the last transaction for this problem. Then we'll see how our solution should appear. 2019 January 30, received rent 1,200 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 January 30. Received rent in the sense the business is receiving cash. So cash is coming into the business. Cash account debit 1,200 to rent account. Rent is an income to the business, so it will be credited as to rent account. So the journal entry on 2019 January 30 will be cash account debit 1,200 to rent account 1,200, and the narration will be being rent received. So till now we have discussed each and every transaction individually. Now let us see how our solution should appear. So the heading will be taken as journal entries in books of Mr. Anil, and the format will be date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. So here the date will be taken for the date will be recorded for every individual transaction. So we have started from 2019 January 1st. So this was our first entry, followed by second, third, and fourth journal entry. So this is how our solution should appear. Hope you have understood the topic. See you all in next video. Thank you.